What is up, podcast? Welcome back to episode number 10. So you can't tell right now, but I am currently sick, and I thought, what better time to talk about all the times I've been sick this year than when I'm sick right now. So, I started college this year, and I was sick probably the majority of the time I was there. Could be a lot of factors. Could be stress, could be late nights, could be, I don't know, just environments I was in maybe. Who knows? Oh, being in a dorm, that's just one big sick box. Everyone is sick all the time. Kind of gross. But I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite or some of the most iconic times I was sick. I think the one that's standing out to me right now is back in March, I think, early March, first week. Yeah. So I had a 104-degree fever for 4 days straight. Now, I'm still alive, which is amazing, but that is so high. And this is like pre-COVID, right? Well, not pre-COVID, but before we were told we wouldn't be coming back to campus. We were still on campus. There weren't any confirmed cases. No one really knew what was going on. It was kind of still a meme at this point. So I'm feeling very, very sick. I missed a week of classes too, and missing classes in college is kind of a big deal when you're sick. Like, people skip classes, but it's another thing when you just, like, can't make up the work because you're just in bed all day, which is what I had. So I had so much fatigue, muscle aches, 104-degree fever. Oh my gosh. And then at one point, I was literally, like, wearing like a shirt and shorts because I was just getting so hot. But I had, like, a fever, so I was, like, obviously kind of cold too. Like, I had chills. And I would, like, sweat through the entirety of my clothes. Like, it was really gross. And I had to change, like, every 15 minutes because I was just, like, soaking wet. So this was, like, 2 days of that. So then I was like, all right, like, I need to go to the doctors. So I was like, okay, like, I live right by the little walk-in clinic through the health services at Wisconsin. So, like, I'll go there first because, like, it's an easy, like, walk-in and it's right by my dorm. So I went in there and they're like, it's a cold. And I'm like, I don't think this is a cold, because prior to that, when I was sick the other 3 times, that was a cold and I was okay. And I was like, I feel really awful. Like, and I met with this one doctor before and I was like, this doesn't feel like a cold. And he's like, well, just take some Advil. And I was like, okay. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make an appointment with, like, the main campus, like, health center, which is the other side of campus. So I was like, I have to take the bus to get there. Yikes. So also, masks weren't, like, a thing yet. So that's, if it were COVID, that sucks, because then the whole bus probably got it because I was, like, coughing. And then, so I went to, like, the UHS at the main center, and they were like, this looks like the flu. And I was like, okay, like, do you test for the flu? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, why not? And apparently they just do it, so, they test for it just to see if, like, it's on campus, like, just kind of, like, I guess, like, to control it, maybe, I don't know. But, like, there's also, like, nothing they really do for the flu. You kind of just, like, wait it out. And, like, I was happy that I was drinking a lot of, like, fluids. Like, I, like, understood the importance of, like, if you got dehydrated when you had the flu, like, that's when, like, a lot of the complications come. So I was having, like, oh my god, I don't really like Gatorade that much, but I was having, like, that. And then, like, sometimes, because Gatorade, there's so much sugar in it, it makes my stomach feel kind of sick. So then I was having, like, this other, like, electrolyte drink. It was, like, Body Armor, I think. And then, like, so much water. And then, like, pretzels, kind of. I just, like, wasn't hungry either. So that was, like, misery for those 4 days. And then it was my birthday that weekend. So then I miraculously got better. Just kidding. I powered through. And then, honestly, like, I felt kind of good from then. And then we had to go home. And I was like, ooh. And then I was still kind of sick. A little achy still. And then, good recovery. And then we've been quarantined forever. I never did get a COVID test, though, because we didn't have those, like, yet. At least where I was, they weren't really, like, as big of a thing, I guess. I guess I could have gone to, like, the main hospital or, like, the CVS. The thing is, like, I don't know, when you're sick and you're in college, or just in general, like, you just, like, don't, I mean, I don't know, depending on, like, severity of what you have, like, you don't have, like, the energy to, like, go to, like, I don't know, like, it was, like, a pretty long bus ride to, like, get to, like, these bigger facilities, and I was just, like, I just don't have, I don't have the energy, and it's, like, you're not with, like, your family, your parents can't take you to the doctor, they can't drive you, it's, like, you have to take, like, the bus, and I was just, like, it is March, it's freezing outside, like, I can't, like, I'm gonna have to just do the UHS stuff, so, who knows, I'm gonna get an antibody test, later on this week, I think, to see. I don't know how accurate those are. Apparently they do a lot of false negatives, so we shall see. But yeah. Okay, that was the major time I was sick. That was the more recent one in college. And then, I got a lot of, like, upper respiratory infections, as they called it, the URI. So basically I was just, like, hacking. Okay, but the thing is, this was, like, February, all right? So this is, every month kind of had its main key thing. This is second semester. So February, and then I'm, like, hacking. And I was just feeling so sick, but I still went to classes. I wasn't, like, skipping anything. Like, I was feeling okay enough to go. So, I don't think I had a fever. No, I don't think I did. I think I just, like, felt kind of, like, achy, and then, like, I had a lot of, like, there was, like, a lot of, like, dust and dander, at least that's what the weather app was saying, for allergies, and I think, like, that's one of my main, like, triggers for allergies, so I was experiencing a lot of, like, postnasal drip from that, and then I think that, like, led into, like, the cold, and then how my throat was just, like, sore from that, but, you know, I honestly, like, my throat being really raspy, it was kind of a vibe, like, I thought, honestly, having, like, that sick voice is just very fun, like, I just kept talking, which is, like, you're not supposed to, because, like, you want to rest your throat if it's sore, like I should be doing now, because my throat hurts a little bit, but that's okay. This podcast is fun to make. So yeah, no, I was having fun with my little raspy voice. Probably gave that sickness to literally everyone that I hung out with that weekend, but that's okay. Actually, one of the kids was in my class the next couple of days. Like, we had the class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he was, like, coughing so much, and I was like, ooh, it sounds exactly like what I had. That's unfortunate, because we were, like, in their dorm room before, like, during the weekend. I also went to a hockey game. That was fun. That was the only hockey game I went to. I had season tickets, and then I was just, like, reselling them. So, honestly, that's kind of the wave. If your school, like, has you buy, like, the tickets before, like, I know that for football games, we had to buy the tickets, like, season tickets, and then, for hockey, too, and I think other sports, maybe, and then there's, like, this red card thing, but for the main ones, like, hockey and football, and basketball, you would buy them, like, I don't think you can buy them individually, I think it's, like, a package thing, so then you could resell them, and then make money off of it, because people buy them from you for a lot of money, which is super nice. Like, I think I had season tickets for football, and then I sold 2 of the games, and I, like, made back what I spent on the season tickets, so I basically just, like, went to the games for free, which is, like, nice, because, I mean, it's also, you could do it the other way. I don't know if this is applicable to every school, maybe it's just, like, Big 10 schools, or, like, other big, state schools, but they have, like, I know people wouldn't buy the season tickets, because it's, like, $150 for it, I think that's what it was for football, and then they would, like, buy it off of people. And if it was, like, a lesser game, like, I think we had one against, like, Kent State, and, like, that game, I think people were selling tickets for, like, I don't know, like, $30, whereas, like, the one against Michigan, which is, like, the big rival, or, like, against Ohio State, except it wasn't home for us, but I know people that were, like, buying them at Ohio State, like, those were, like, $100 people were spending on them, which is crazy, but, you know, I mean, it's kind of a good strategy. Anyway, so that hockey game I went to, the only hockey game I went to, I was sick, but it was still very fun, so not really sure if we're doing sports this semester, upcoming semester, the fall COVID semester, who knows, maybe, I don't know, I'm excited to go back. I think it's gonna be nice, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna be, like, it's gonna be, like, a lot of, like, you're gonna make a lot of friends, I feel like it's gonna be, like, more focused on, like, developing friendships, rather than, like, I don't know, like going out all the time, because I'm sure there are going to be things to go out, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be hesitant on it because, like, I don't know, like just being cautious with the virus and everything and just being safe. So, yeah. Okay, back to the other time I was sick. When was this other time? Oh yeah, so I thought, like, after every single weekend, I always, like, just had, like, such a sore throat, and, my friends and I was so convinced I had mono, like, okay, here's the thing, you don't want mono. I mean, you don't want to be sick at all, but you especially do not want mono, because you are out of the game for 3 months. 3 months, you heard me right. 3 months. Okay, so you can't do anything. And if you're in college, I don't know, if you're of age, I don't know, whatever. If you have mono, you cannot have any alcohol because your spleen can rupture. And you kind of don't want your spleen to rupture. That's not ideal, you know? You kind of need that. It is an accessory organ, but you still don't want anything inside of you to rupture. So, you can't do that. You also just feel so achy, and there's nothing they can do for it. You literally just are in, like, pain for, like, ever. Anyway, so I always thought I had mono because I was like, oh my god, it's mono. And I was just like, so my friends and I would call it, like, mono Mondays. So it'd be like after the weekend, you'd just be like, I have mono. I would tell my friends that. So the UHS, like, clinic, the one that I went to when I was sick the first time, like, instead of the main one, I went to the one near my dorm, which was the clinic. There's, like, this joke because, like, it's just, like, I don't know. It's just kind of, like, this makeshift kind of thing. And, like, I mean, they told me I had a cold when I probably either had COVID or I had, like, the flu, but, like, really bad. And literally, like, my friends and I had this joke where I'd be like, if I have mono, I'm getting my spleen removed. Because, like, I'm going to keep going out. Like, I just want to. So then we would just say that. And it was just, like, I'm just going to go into, like, the walk-in, the little clinic in Lakeshore, in Dejope, and I'm going to be like, all right, remove my spleen. And then it's going to be a surgery, an inpatient surgery. And, yeah, no, that was funny. It just reminded me of that. So, yeah, no, you don't want mono. I always thought I had mono. My throat, okay, so when I was younger, I had, like, cryptic tonsils, which essentially just means, like, you're getting sore throats a lot, and, like, it's, like, deposits of whatever on your tonsils. It's, like, it's kind of gross looking. They're, like, little, like, I don't know. It looks kind of like food. I mean, it's not food, but, yeah, it's just, like, that. And then, so you just have, like, you're more prone to having, like, sore throats or whatever. Yeah, so it just, like, gets infected more often. But, so I was just getting that, like, more so in college, I guess, because it's, like, your sleep schedule is a little bit off. Maybe you're staying out later than you normally would. You're, like, I don't know, if you're going to, like, the bars or whatever, like, you're jumping up and down. Like, you're sweating a lot in the frats. You're interacting with a lot of people. You're just, like, in a lot of tight spaces with people. Like, everyone's kind of sick. It's just, like, a breeding ground. Like, your immune system after 4 years of college is going to be, like, top-notch. Because, like, you've just gotten everything. There was this, like, joke going around of, like, if you've ever used, like, a frat bathroom, like, you're immune to COVID. Because, like, the stuff you would just get from just being, like, around so many people, it's honestly kind of wild, too. Especially with, like, I don't know, how, like, you know, everyone has a social distance now. We have masks on and everything. Just thinking about, like, back in March and, like, in February, like, you could just, like, share drinks with people, or, like, if someone was thirsty, you just, like, give them your water bottle, and, like, it was just fine. Everyone was hugging, shaking hands. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be weird for a bit until there's a vaccine created, hopefully soon. Or if people just, like, figure out more stuff about it, like, whether or not you can, or, like, what's the likelihood of contracting it twice, like, multiple strains of it. I have no idea. So, yeah, we had our mono Mondays, so it was, like, every week of just being a little sick. And then I had the big, whatever the heck that was, the 104-degree scare. And now we're here right now. We're in August, almost August, just kidding. We're still in July, but it basically is August, which is crazy. This is the most not summer ever, but yeah. So I'm currently sick. I have a telemedicine appointment tonight, so we'll see what happens, see what they say. Getting blood work taken, I think, tomorrow to see if I'm, like, maybe I'm iron deficient. Who knows? Maybe I'm vitamin deficient. Let's find out. But, just a little sore throat. I got kind of scared because, like, I wasn't able to, like, smell anything or taste anything this morning and yesterday. And I was like, uh-oh, because that is, like, the big thing for COVID, like, one of the 3 symptoms that, like, are kind of, like, it might be that. And I'm just thinking because, like, at my job, like, we're getting in upwards of, like, 140 people a night. And, like, my coworkers and I, like, we're all kind of in a tight space before we start work. So, I don't know. Hopefully it goes away. Hopefully all is good. But, yep. I think I can still call that, like, all the times I've been sick in college. Because I guess, like, the semester, it ended in May. So, I don't know. Summer sickness. Anyways, I hope everyone is staying safe, staying well. And I'll see you on the next episode.